Shalom, shalom. I want to go into a quick breakdown on how to prove those Gentiles who Paul was sent to were in fact Israelites, right? Because contrary to popular belief, right, the people that he went to, right, he went to those, right, who he called his brethren, or sometimes he'll call them saints. Who did the Lord make a sacrifice with? He made a sacrifice with the saints according to Psalms 148 verse 14, right? Now, let me start off by going to Acts 9:15, right? Because this is the go-to chapter to prove for Christians when they want to prove that Paul was sent to the Gentiles, right? But when you examine the text, it really doesn't quantify and qualify these Gentiles as obtaining salvation. It just say he was sent to bear the name of Yahushua, right? So this is Acts 9:15. It reads, "But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel." So wherever the Israelites were scattered, Paul was sent to those provinces, right, to bear Yahushua's name before kings, right, and before Gentiles, right, and the children of Israel. So I thought even with the kings being included, it's separating kings and Gentiles. Why? If he was sent to all Gentiles, right, why is it separating kings and Gentiles like they two separate different groups of people? I thought Gentiles are just different nations, right? So this showing you that he just was sent before them to testify the name of Yahushua, to be a witness, right? Now, I'm going to read some. This is Ezekiel 36 and verse number 23. It reads, "And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen," right? And we'll get to that word among, right? "To among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them," right? So the Israelites are profaning the Lord's name in the midst of the heathen. Read on. "And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, said the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes." Why he not sanctifying all nations? Why he not sanctifying the Gentiles as well? Is the Lord showing favoritism here? Is he partiality? Is he showing respect of persons? Right? I think so. Right? So let me go to that word. Reading on. It's verse 24. "For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land." So he's taking the Israelites from among the heathen. He's not, right, gathering all the Gentiles with them. He's taking the Israelites from among them, right? Now let's go to find this word among, right? This is the definition from the Oxford language, right? Languages, right? It's among, surrounded by, in the company of, right? And it even give a little definition, a little example. Actually, it says wild strawberries hidden among the roots of the trees, right? So the trees has nothing to do with the strawberries. The wild strawberries just hidden among these trees, right? Another example, snakes are among animals most feared by humans, right? So these snakes, right, don't make up all different animal type groups, right? These snakes, right? These reptilians are their own species, right? Among the rest of the animals, right? So that's a quick, just a worldly definition of the word among, right? It doesn't mean all people, right? And let me show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna go here to 1 Corinthians 6 and verse number 1. It reads, "Dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints?" So right here, we see Paul making a differentiation, right? A distinction between two people groups, right? But I thought he was sent to the Gentiles. I thought these was ethnic Gentiles. Earlier, we established that the saints are the Israelites, right? And he's showing partiality, right? He's saying, I dare you to go to the unjust. Who is the unjust? The heathen courts, the heathen court system, right? But I thought Paul was for all the Gentiles, right? This showing you that he went to seek out his people, right? And these courts, you could say that these are the governmental characters, the governmental body of Corinth, right? And Paul is separating the two people groups, right? Now, I'm going to read it in another translation. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1 in the Good News translation. It reads, "If any of you have a dispute with another Christian, how dare you go before the heathen judges instead of letting God's people settle the matter?" Right? But I thought the Gentiles were God's people as well. Right? Isn't that what you claim? Right? When you teaching Gentiles, Paul went to the Gentiles. It's showing you, it reads again. If any of you have a dispute with another Christian, right? And we know Christian just means follower of Christ, right? It says, how dare you go before the heathen judges instead of letting God's people settle the matter? He's saying, don't go before, right, the heathen, right? I thought all the people in Corinth, right? Because you can equate that word heathen with nation. You can equate that word heathen with Gentile, right? So with that said, you got the understanding on different ways to break down.
How do you make an Airbnb a Verbo?
Who the
Picture
Gentiles
a vacation
are.
rental with a host who's showing you every room like you've never seen a house before. Now get rid of them. There you go. No host ever.